yesterday, so I set it very late. So I just sort of by default had it set for at about 30 minutes time, but going live of course at my normal time. So it'll be interesting to see who we all get here. And let's hope we get a heap of people here, but well, you never know. But we're just having a walk around today, and sun is out. 56 degrees and forecast top of 64. So we'll just walk around and see what we can see, and hopefully we'll get a heap of people here. And it'd be lovely if everybody shared this out. Now that would be really lovely, but don't really have that much hope of that. But anyways, never mind. We'll flip the cameras and just walk on. And I do have a video that I'll premiere tomorrow. I've got it finished editing. I've just got to set the tags and everything, and that'll premiere tomorrow in 24 hours time. So you're looking at about 7:30 p.m. Central Time, Central Summer Standard Time, or whatever you call it. But we'll just have a walk around, and yeah, I've had a pretty restful day, sort of Tuesday, because I did all the filming on Monday. And so we'll just walk on and see what we see. And yes, definitely hoping to see a heap of people come in. But like I always say, you never know with YouTube. Sun is probably bombing me out here. But a big day in the city on Monday. And those Royal Botanical Gardens in Melbourne are well worth having a look at, actually. They're really quite beautiful, although it wasn't really ideal for filming. It was bright sunshine like this, but of course in the gardens there's a lot of cover and dark spots too, so very difficult to film, and I know the cameras just won't do it justice. But really amazing to have a look around. But I'll just get in my normal, 3 mile or so walk. And hoping there's lots of interesting sights. And I do have some interesting bird footage that I got at the gardens, and a bit of other interesting footage too that I'll put into shorts. And I may even do some shorts editing later today. Maybe. Because of course my gardens video was lots and lots of editing. It ended up being like about 15 hours to edit it all and to get through it. Because I'd taken lots of footage, and then by the time you run through everything 2 or 3 times, working out what you want to keep and what you're going to discard, it takes time. But I am hoping it's going to be very interesting for you all, and hope it's not too long for Gail's playlist, but I want to put it in Gail's playlist, or have Gail to include it in her Garden Tour Club playlist. And of course we're talking about Gail of Gail Southern Living, and also her second channel, Broken Hearts Ministry. Oh, excuse these trucks and traffic while I'm trying to talk. Hope you all hear what I was saying. But definitely hoping we'll get a few people here, but you never know. I don't know, who do we have? Probably nobody at this stage. But I guess we'll find out. I know we do get a few people lurking because there's often a few people busy doing other things, so I do appreciate your views as well. And of course those here, please do type drop, D-R-O-P, and not but, hopefully we'll share your link. Hopefully. And of course this sun's quite bright here now, I'm walking into it, so bear with me. Hope the sun's not too annoying. I should have went with my sunglasses, I think. Oh, an ND filter on this thing would be quite useful. But never mind, we'll walk on, and then when we get to a park bench, I'll check just to see my iPhone, just to see if anybody's messaged me or anything I've missed, all of that. But I do hope I get some views here today. And also I do appreciate anybody who runs this playlist or this live stream later. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I try to get in 3 miles walk every day, 4 miles walk. One way to combat loneliness, I guess, too. When I walk, I don't sort of think of being alone quite so much. And yeah, shopping hall sort of, and retail therapy too. Get that in just to fill in the time and forget of being single and alone. But you know, it is what it is. Nobody wants me. That's my life. So I guess I just have to suck that up and put up with it. You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll just walk on and see what there is to see here. Oh, hi there, our treasured home. Great to see you, Nancy, and say hello to Anastasia as well. yeah, just doing a walk around. Yeah, do type drop DROP and Nightbot should share out your link. Oh, great, great. But yeah, I was just talking about how I go for a walk 3 or 4 miles every day, partly for fitness, but also just to forget being alone. Single and alone and unwanted, you know what I mean? Today's temperature at the moment 56 and top temperature forecast of 64. Do think the sun will stay out all day, so I'll have to get some laundry done later. And I think it's about I don't know, 10:40, something like that AM here. Of course, a Thursday morning here in this upside down location. We've got a bit of shade here. It's nice to get out of the sun shining in my eyes. Really nice to get out of the sun shining in my eyes, you know what I mean? But yeah, we just walk on and see what we can see. Maybe we'll see some birds. There's plenty around, but will they sit and let us look at them? And I was talking about Monday. I went to the Melbourne Royal Botanical Gardens and filmed there. And yeah, it was about 15 hours of editing after. I only just finished that last night, and then it took a while to upload. Video took like about 5 hours to upload, which is really slow for here. But then it's a really big file. It's something like it's a 30 gigabyte file that I uploaded onto YouTube. So I guess you could say a really huge video file. Now those mushrooms are really cool and interesting. Some sort of a bracket fungus or bracket mushroom. I certainly wouldn't eat them or touch them. Don't know what they are. And I will have to get out and do a video foraging video sometime. A mushroom video or mushroom foraging video sometime. Arielle blur. They were getting a bit ratty, the mushrooms. There'd been a lot of dry weather. But then there was some rain a couple of days ago, so hopefully that's freshened everything up and there's some new ones popping up. Hopefully. But I had like about 4 hours of footage filmed on Monday. So it took a long time just to get through it 2 or 3 times. Just working out what I'll keep, what I'll cut out, the video and all of that. And then a lot of work colour correction. Because it was sunny like this on Monday. But of course, you know, in the treed areas of the botanical gardens, a lot of very dark areas, so very hard to film. And then after a couple of hours walking around and filming, it clouded over and got quite grey. I started out filming without the ND filter, and then I put the ND filter on. And then when it sort of got grey and dark, well, I took the ND filter off then. on my camera. And I used an ND4, so a lower setting on ND. I'm thinking maybe I need to get just a straight polarizing filter too. I mean, the ND filters I have are polarizing and neutral density. Basically, those filters are just like putting a pair of sunglasses on your camera. It sort of helps with the colour correction. Although when the sun was like this, when I wasn't in the dark areas, I could have done with an ND8. But then I'd walk into a dark area, so I didn't put an ND8 on it. But those filters will stop the sun from washing out your exposure. That's sort of the purpose of them, anybody who's interested to know about that. For those who film with phones, I don't know if you can get them for phone cameras. Only for cameras, I believe. And for those who film with a GoPro, I don't think you can get them for GoPros either, but I might be wrong. Although on a GoPro, you'd have to have the GoPro in a case to keep it on, I think, because you know how GoPros sort of get shook around a lot. Sort of the nature of them. Don't know if you could see that ibis. Interesting bird. Sort of with their long hook beak, they're sort of a funny looking bird. But they eat a lot of grubs and bugs and stuff out of the grass. So they're quite beneficial in that regard. But they do have a bad habit, I've heard, of getting into trash cans and, you know, eating trash and, of course, scattering trash out of the trash can everywhere while they search for something to eat. They do have a bad habit with that. So I've heard a lot of people here in this country have called them bin chicken for that reason. Because they scratch in the bins like a chicken. I certainly don't think anybody eats them. And I couldn't see them as being very good eating either. With, you know, all sorts of the trash that they sort of eat. But anyways, we'll keep walking. Then when we get to a park bench, I'll just check to see if I've missed any messages. You know, I'll just run it and check on my iPhone. You know, I film with my Samsung. It's got far better cameras than the iPhone when I'm filming or live streaming nowadays. And I found the YouTube app for live streaming sort of seems to work better on Android too than iPhone. Maybe I've got my settings wrong or something with it, I don't know, with the iPhone. But then with the iPhone, you've got the advantage of iMessages, you know, iPhone messages, which you can sort of send messages through that to other people with iPhones worldwide without any problem or cost. And it also works better because it's small light phone, it works better as a viewfinder for my camera too. Because I use the iPhone as a viewfinder and control panel for my camera. And I set it up remotely or wirelessly with Bluetooth. And, you know, I can pan and tilt and zoom in and start filming, stop filming, set the ISO settings and everything with the iPhone, which is really quite easy. And of course you can have the camera sort of away from you a little bit to film, and then the iPhone right up next to you where you can sort of, you know, reach it and touch it and adjust everything. It seems to work really well. And of course, because the iPhone's small and light, it's not so heavy. You know, when you've got a long pole with your camera on the end of the pole and holding a phone on it as well, it can get quite heavy walking around. But we just keep walking and see if there's much more interesting things to see. But I'll remind everybody of tomorrow's video. I'll definitely have it premiering tomorrow evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we're talking about New York down. So that's 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Oh, hi there, Moon over Miami. Great to see you, and thanks so much for coming on. It's quite sunny out here today. When I checked the temperature earlier, it was 56 degrees. And top forecast of 64 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky at the moment that I can see. Oh dear, looks like tree trimmers are over there, so we'll get away from that lot, because they're going to be making the noise. You know, once they start with their chainsaws and chippers and everything, they're going to make quite a noise. They're quite a racket. But we'll just walk on here. And then I'll just park bench over there. Further on, I'll check over there. It's sort of hopefully be a bit away from the tree trimmers and it's not so noisy. Because once they start going, I won't want to be anywhere near them. So what's everybody been busy at? But yeah, this park bench just up here, I'll stop and I'll check my messages. Just to see that I haven't missed anybody. But with weather like this, I'm going to get some laundry done later. But yeah, I'll just get my iPhone and see if I haven't missed anything. So just bear with me as I get that up. Oh, it's crept up to 58 degrees now. I just checked on the app, the weather app. Oh yes, the chainsaw start. Reconnecting. So we must be somewhere where the internet's a bit patchy. Turn this sound off. Oh yes, this internet is patchy here. I'll have to walk on, we'll get to a better spot. That ruins my sitting down there. So yeah, I haven't checked to see if I've missed anybody yet, because it's just about to do that, and then it disconnected, reconnected, then disconnected, reconnected, so time to move. But I was asking what everybody's been up to. I don't know if that came through or not with the disconnection. Maybe the cellular network around here is a little bit sketchy, or at least today it is, where I'm walking. Oh, I was under some big electrical power lines too. Now looking, that might have had an effect. I was directly under them. So that may cut out the internet too. One probably shouldn't sit under those things for far too long either. You know, radiation or what have you, I don't know. But I've heard people say it's not good to have a house under them, or to live in a house that's under them or too close to them. But we're coming up to a small street here, and we'll cross over and walk on. And then maybe that park bench I see about 200 yards further on might be where I'll stop and just check these messages if I've missed anyone. Get across this street before more cars come. And get away from this road before more cars come too. Because who wants to hear a heap of traffic noise? And then the worst of the worst, sirens all the time. That's one thing I'd rather not hear, is a lot of sirens. Sort of hearing them all the time gets old very quickly. But now I'll just check to see if I've missed anybody's messages. yeah, don't look like it. Don't look like I've missed anybody's messages. There's only one in here. Well, that's probably me running this thing. Not a lot I can do about that. You know, when you don't have a popular channel, well, I mean, that's what it is. Don't have a popular channel, and I was never a popular girl, so yeah. That's life. But yeah, just sitting here. And then we'll walk on in a minute, and you can see how sunny it is. But it's good just to sit down and have a break for a minute, and then I'll walk on. You know, getting like about 3 or 4 miles walk. And all of that. And I was saying earlier how, yeah, I walk sort of 3 or 4 miles every day. Some days it gets quite higher than that. It can be like 3 times that some days. That makes up for the days when I don't sort of get 3 miles in. You know, some days I might be a little bit slack and only get like 2 miles in. Well, those big days with extra sort of make up for that. But yeah, do my walk every day, and it's sort of, you know, when I'm doing that, I'm sort of forgetting about being alone and single and all of that too. And having nobody around me here, and having no friends and having no family and all that. Sort of just walk and try and forget. Don't know if anybody here listening can identify with that. As just about all my viewers, well, they seem to have, you know, husbands or wives, or mothers or fathers, or kids, and got lots of friends. So probably nobody can sort of identify. So that could be a revelation for you all too, what it's like. You know, what it's like to be stuck on the ass end of the earth with no family and friends around. And of course, missing all the wonderful activities like meetups so that everybody can get to. You know, I just hope for a video to go viral, and then I can get back into travelling and get back to the States and settle down in the States where everybody is. But you know, like travel was sort of a way to fill the emptiness too. You know, not having any family or anything, so I'd just travel. You know, not having any relationships, so try and fill life with experiences. Don't know if anybody can identify with that or not. Would love to hear your comments if you can identify with that. But I'll work on some more shorts later. I'd love to get some shorts sort of some better views. Put one up the other day and I got some quite good views on it, and I sort of didn't expect many views on that one. You know, just a knock on wood one. Then I put others up, you know, birds and wildlife and places and that, expecting a lot of views on them and not getting many views. So yeah, you just cannot tell. Sort of crazy. And I've been and mowed the grass here a day or so ago, so I guess all the mushrooms that were around here will be gone because they would have been mowed under, unfortunately. That'll ruin any idea I have of mushroom foraging. Because I was around this trail and I was actually going to forage. Because there's some nice patches, or were some nice patches of them. And yeah, there are mushrooms known as field mushrooms, and I did Google that too because I knew what they were, but I thought it'd be interesting to see what Google said. You know, Google image search for you know, different plants and all of that, and flowers and that. And Google said common field mushroom. Oh, it's a magpie sitting here. Thought, yeah, I'll walk up and give you a look at them, since they were sitting quietly. And then we'll just keep walking on. But I had thought, oh yeah, I'll go live for like an hour today. Maybe a bit longer if there's a lot of people charging in. Otherwise we'll cut it off at an hour. Would be nice to get a heap of people charge into my lives. But I don't think that'll ever happen. You know, plenty of more popular channels. You know, run by more popular people. And, you know, it's sort of something that's always amazed me that there's people who are actually loved. That's not something I've ever had. You know, thrown into the trash can at birth sort of thing, you know, adopted. And put with very abusive people. So yeah, not really, you know, a dysfunctional family like that too. Not good to learn relationship skills either. And then you have the, you know, the damage done, you know, as a baby when you're separated from your mother at birth. huge damage. And I mean, they don't allow that to be done to kittens and puppies. You know, people who, you know, breed and sell kittens and puppies, they're not allowed to take the kittens or puppies away from their mum, or it's very highly discouraged until the kittens are sort of like at least 8 weeks old, or the puppies are at least 8 weeks old. You know, after they're weaned from their mum. So why the hell do they allow it with human babies? And I think that's a question everybody should ask. Why the hell do they allow that with human babies? And did you see people protesting about that sort of thing being done to calves, you know, taken from their mum, you know, especially, you know, when we're talking about dairy cows, that sort of thing. Yet those very same people won't protest about babies being taken away from their mum. Very wrong. But I'll always speak out in favour of adoptees, since I'm one. Yeah, that's those big lines I was talking about earlier that were cutting out my mobile signal. So I won't sit and talk sort of directly under them. Maybe the electromagnetic radiation or what have you does interfere with the cellular signal. But yeah, just a walk around today and a bit of chit chat, bit of a rant, you know. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts on, you know, subjects that I'm talking about and bringing up. It is interesting to see everybody's perceptions. And I know a lot of people sort of have preconceived opinions because they don't sort of know firsthand. You know, they're sold the Disney story about how wonderful adoption is, and you know, I think that bloody sucks, to put it bluntly. Oh, this car's going to stop for me. Oh, cool. I was waiting It's just going to let the car go. That one didn't stop though. Didn't expect him to. Maybe if I just walked out on the road in front of him, he would have slammed on the anchors. I mean, he wouldn't want to damage his car.
Huh?
You know what I mean? And he wouldn't want to get crap all over his car either. You know, shit splatters. Which would happen if he hit me, I guess. Oh dear, we're having a real rant-miss today. I'd love to see you all share your own rants in comments too. Why not? Just don't use cuss words. And probably don't mention certain names. I think you all know what names I'm sort of talking about. It was just before I was coming back here. Because there were so many of them splattered when they mowed here. Be nice if they just went around the patches of the mushrooms. Oh, I'll sit down in a minute. I'll see a park bench up there and I'll just see if I've missed anybody's messages. Because it is pretty slow and quiet today. Maybe that's just because I didn't set my live stream early enough either. I should have set it yesterday, but I was so busy editing. that it just didn't happen. Didn't get it set. So I guess that's probably my fault too. But then you get somebody popular to sort of just do an impromptu live, and you know, next thing they've got like 100 people in the chat. And they've just done it impromptu, just, you know, nobody knew they were going live, and they just sort of see the alerts. Oh, another idiot riding around on these bloody things. Kids ride around on these bloody things on the walking trails, and they give me the bloody irrits. They got these motorised bicycles, you know, with a gasoline bloody engine on it. And of course, you know, no license plate or anything. But yeah, I'm just going to sit down here for a minute and we'll just see if I missed anyone's messages. Oh poo, I can smell the bloody thing with all its gasoline fumes. I should go ride it on the street where the coppers might sort of catch them. You know, give them a ticket, and good way for them to learn not to annoy people with those things. But anyways, we'll walk on and see if there's anything else to see. Because it seems like the idiot's gone with his motorcycle. I mean, these are walking trails, you know, for people to walk their dogs, hike, walk, maybe ride bicycle, but that's it. But yeah, if he comes this way, we'll get him and get him in video. Make him famous. But yeah, the idiot's just riding around there. I don't know if you can see him. But yeah. We'll make him famous, eh, if he comes around here. Yeah, nearly all the mushrooms are all gone. They mowed them under. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, here's some here, but they've been shredded up by the mower. That's really unfortunate. So much for my video on mushroom foraging. Oh, there's one or two people walking around. But yeah, it's still quite sunny out here. Quite sunny. So yeah, it'll be a perfect day to get some of my washing done later. I've got a laundry hamper full of washing. Well, I was out Monday, so none got done. Oh, one solitary mushroom here. Yeah, they're all gone. Hope some more come back. Yeah, there was a stack here and they're gone, huh? Yeah, they both are under. It's unfortunate. Well, that one's very bug-eaten. Guess when there's only one or two left, well, the bugs will attack those one or two that are left. Because there ain't a lot of choice left. Anyways, we'll start walking back, I think. And and we'll cut it off for the day. Because, yeah, we're not having a really lot of people charging in. Pretty usual, I guess. Oh, hi Suzanne, great to see you. Yeah, we'll probably cut this off in about 10 or 15 minutes. I might as well keep live streaming while I walk back. Yeah, 58 degrees when I last checked. Top of 64 forecast today. But I was out Monday all day in the Royal Botanical Gardens in Melbourne and filmed there. Been doing a lot of editing the last 2 days, and of course because it's Thursday morning here, and I'll have that video. It'll premiere tomorrow evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Mountain, and 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, we'll hashtag it for Gail Southern Living for her her Garden Tour Club collaboration. So hopefully she finds that interesting to put in the playlist. Oh yes, top of 68 degrees today where you are. There's 64 here. I guess you could say today is sort of like Indian summer here. Indian summer weather, you know what I mean? Because oftentimes this time of year, mid-May, we're sort of looking at fairly rainy, grey, bleak weather. You know, where the top might only sort of get to 50 degrees. So it doesn't usually get very cold here. And even overnight, the coldest it might get here overnight is like about 31 degrees, so just under freezing, so not really that cold. You know, and if you get a daytime here that it doesn't get above 40 degrees, all the people around here complain about how cold it is. You know, they've never experienced a -Fahrenheit sort of daytime temperature. And even they've never experienced a -Fahrenheit nighttime temperature either. because it don't get that cold even in the mountains. I believe that the coldest temperature on record up in the mountains here in this country that I'm currently located in might be something like about 5 or 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest ever recorded temperature. So, you know, it just don't get very cold here. A lot of the time I think the wind flow is sort of coming from, you know, the deserts in the centre of this country. Certainly you'll never get anything like a polar vortex. Actually, I was speaking of polar vortex, and the people here didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. But then the opposite happens too when you get hot weather. And, you know, you absolutely suffer, even if it's only 80 degrees. But, you know, the week before that you hadn't sort of had anything sort of, you know, above 50, and then all of a sudden you get 80 degrees and, ugh. And I mean, I don't really like it when it gets over 85 anyways. So definitely I'm in the wrong location. And actually I found here the sun is hotter than, and felt hotter than what it actually did in Southeast Asia. Oh yes, 30 to 40 degrees, yeah. Below, yes. Below Fahrenheit, yeah. For me, I sort of, you know, rug up and think, oh, what fun. You know, buckets of boiling water getting thrown up in the air, as long as you get out of the wind chill. I mean, the wind chill, that's the kicker always, the wind chill if it's windy. One or two riding around on their bikes. And I mean, these trails, they are for people to walk on or to ride their bicycles on. Or people taking their kids out in strollers and that sort of thing. But I think we'll cut this off at 1 hour and 15, so another 4 minutes. I'll remind everybody of Nightbutt. If you want your channel link shared out, type drop, D-R-O-P. I don't know if it's really like Florida. It's probably a bit more like Texas, except with the cold snap that sometimes comes in Texas when you have the polar vortex. You know, it's definitely far drier than what the east coast of the states are, by and large. You know, people here think an inch of rain in a rainfall event is a large fall of rain. Florida would be, you know, further up north, up the east coast, sort of, I guess between Sydney and up. And then further up, more like Hawaii. But yeah, here I guess you'd say is probably more like Texas in climate. Although it's far closer to the pole than what, you know, it's far closer to the South Pole here than what Texas is to the North Pole. I don't know, it's sort of crazy the way climate sort of works. I mean, one would think sort of, yeah, it's not really my cup of tea, Suzanne. I much prefer cooler summers, and I like 4 distinct seasons, and actually I love snow and all that sort of thing, which I don't see snow here, ever. I'll have to go to the mountains to go and see some snow. Waiting for YouTube to be kind because, you know, of course the cost of going there. The heating bills, but here, the cooling bills. You know, electricity, the cost of electricity is just absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, the cost of running air conditioning, for example, in the hot months is crazy. So, you know, you sort of lose on one thing wherever you are. You lose out on either the cost of heating or the cost of cooling. But of course, you know, people here will hate heat as well in the cooler months because the houses here are not very well insulated. And of course, people here don't really like their houses to be much below 75 degrees. Yeah, that's hard on the house if you're getting more hot summer weather and you don't have aircon. That's so true. So very true. And I know like those evaporative coolers can be relatively cheap to get, but if you're somewhere that's fairly high humidity, those things don't work very well. You know, it just makes the air more and more and more humid in the house. Those things probably only work well in sort of, you know, very low humidity areas. Yeah, dirt poor cellar, so yeah, you definitely don't need more humidity. So true. And I think you were saying you're in the northeast. So I know that it gets quite humid there at times in the summer. Probably quite humid most of the time. So yeah, you definitely don't need more humidity being put into the air. Oh, we were going to end it. I'll get to this park bench up here and then we'll end it. Because, yeah, we've been going an hour and 19. I was going to end it at an hour and 15. Crazy. So we'll get to this park bench and then I'll call it for the day. Oh, then I'll get home, get my laundry on and get that done. Because it's a nice enough day to hang everything outside. After it's washed. People here don't use dryers, clothes dryers, very much unless they have no choice because of the weather, because of the cost of electricity. Yeah, great drying weather. You know, the cost of electricity to dry a load of washing, you don't want to be doing that all the time. Because, you know, electricity's just got so prohibitively expensive. So, of course, people will, you know, dry their laundry on the clothesline outside or even on drying racks inside. Well, yeah, that's probably true too. I hadn't thought of that. probably the heat and the movement sort of, yeah, does break them down a bit quicker, yeah, and wear them a bit quicker. But yeah, I haven't used a dryer very much at all for a very long time, so I'd sort of forgotten about that. But yeah, if there is a sunny day and they're outside, the clothes do certainly smell a lot fresher if they've been dried outside as compared to in a clothes dryer. Though it's good if you've got clothes that are fairly wrinkled up that you could put them in the clothes dryer on a fairly warm setting for about 10 minutes and then hang them up to get rid of the wrinkles. A far better idea in my opinion than ironing. You know, ironing's one of the most pointless jobs, I think. I don't have an iron and I don't iron. So yeah, you know, hang them up when they're warm from a clothes dryer and that'll get the wrinkles out of them. Yes, unwrinkled clothes is what dryers are great at. Yeah, so true. So true, yes. We're going to give it about 5 minutes and then we'll call it for the day. I'll just sit here on this park bench and rest for a while, and don't think I've missed anybody's messages. It's all very quiet here today. But yeah, we'll just sit here for a minute and then I'll call it for the day. So just give everybody a chance just to say hello, goodbye, all of that, or share any stories or anything like that. And then we'll call it. And then I'll walk home and get this laundry done and hug out. Well, the sun's out, so they're happy, yeah. The sun's out and it's not windy, so they're happy. You know, like the other day I was out doing live stream, well, Friday evening for you all, Saturday morning for me, and it got very windy, and of course, yeah, the birds weren't looking very happy at all because it was sort of getting a bit windy for them to sort of fly unless they had to. So they weren't sort of looking or sounding very happy at all on Saturday. It was something like about 30 miles per hour. It said gust, but then it sort of become a pretty constant gust at about 30 or so miles per hour. So yeah, it was a bit windy. But I was out doing my walk and doing my live stream anyways. You know, get out and walk, and that makes me forget things. You know, forget things that sort of, you know, annoy me. So, you know, I was going to go for a walk anyways. And because I had the live set, I might as well just keep live streaming anyways. I had it set, so I thought, yeah, go live. Even though the wind was getting a bit severe. I just hoped that the wind didn't sort of blow up into the microphone too much and annoy everybody too much. That's what I was hoping anyways. Whether or not it did sort of annoy anybody, I did hear a few people comment say, yeah, it's pretty bloody windy. Yeah. It is a bit windy, I thought, yeah. Yeah, I'll remind everybody, if you want your channel link shared out, type drop. DROP and not, but we'll share out your channel. And I mean, it's the thing's there, so I think people might as well do it and get Nightbutt to share out their channel. You know, I don't mind at all. You know, they could keep hitting it to share out their channel if it's not annoying anybody else who's trying to chat, that is. You know, and there's nobody much here, or it's quiet here, well, it doesn't really matter so much. It's when you're getting a lot of people coming here, you know, in your live stream, well then I might, you know, I'd turn that off and hope that there'd be some mods who would share out some channels from time to time then, but you know, if I've got like 50 people charge into a live chat, well, yeah, I'd probably turn Nightbutt off. Or at least, you know, the channel sharing thing. Because you can imagine 50 people hitting Nightbutt command all at the same time. Nobody would get a chance to get a word into chat. But yeah, we're going to call it in a couple of minutes' time, and then I'll go home and do some laundry, maybe have a cup of coffee and a cookie. Do my nails, because I just took the polish off this morning and need just to file a little bit and put some new polish on. So we'll do that then after I've done my laundry. Then set some tags and description of tomorrow's video and set the end screen and all of that, and have it up on YouTube already. Took like about 5 or 6 hours to upload onto YouTube. Took a while. Did take a minute to upload, but you know, a 30 gigabyte video file, so a huge video file. And you know, oftentimes I'll have one video that I'm uploading that's more internet than many people used to use in a month. One video will be more internet or more gigabytes, and which is crazy, I guess. Yeah, the first one up will drop. Yeah, true. But I mean, you know, if people keep hitting it, then you know, like there's a timeout. I think I have the timeout set at about 10 seconds or something between drop commands. So you know, if somebody types drop and then another one types drop, you know, it won't sort of let the next channel sort of type drop or share out the link until 10 seconds has passed from when it shared out the last command. And I sort of have it set like that just to give people a chance to get a word in between if somebody's sort of, if a few people are going to be typing, you know, commands for Nightbutt. Anyways, we're going to call it now for the day. So big thank you to everybody who's come in. Mood over Miami. You, of course, Suzanne. I think I might have had Mary. Thinking who I've all had here. I had Nancy earlier of Our Treasured Home. So a big thank you, and thanks to everybody who runs this later. I could certainly do with some views and watch time, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. So yeah, everybody take care, God bless, and until next time, bye bye.